What's up, guys? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Underlords. Guys, I tried to record so many episodes of this, had so many interruptions, and then went on to first place in multiple games. My rank right now is Lieutenant, level 4. You have no idea how frustrating it is to try and record something, and then have someone knock on your door 15 minutes into the recording, and want to have like a 5-minute long conversation. And meanwhile, you're trying to win some Underlords. It's first world problems. But anyway, guys, there's been a huge patch release. I'm not going to go over everything today. That would take a long time. Um, it would take a video in and of itself. But I'm going to try and give you guys the gist of the changes as we go through it. I mean, there's a ton. I mean, I could just scroll down like this. Check that out. It's crazy. But they're calling it their Proto Pass. And they've added some things to the game that I think are pretty cool. They've added banners. They've added different arenas you can play in. You can see here all the ones that I have currently equipped. I think I can change my banner. Good prospects. Cool, cool. But you can go into this here, Proto Pass. And as we get experience and level, we unlock new things. So I'm looking forward to unlocking the Path to Sunbreeze, which is just a cool, different map. And yeah, so there are quests now, daily challenges. And like I said, we're going to go into the changes as we play. I just wanted to show you guys that so you are aware, and I'm going to talk more about the changes as we get in. So my last few builds that I won with were pretty fun. I won with a complete troll warlock build, and then I got interrupted heavily to the point where I couldn't even play the game, and then I got disconnected because my internet went out, and then I got demoted, which sucked. And then I played again earlier and got interrupted doing an awesome, I think I had a fully scaled build. I kind of like getting a level 1 Venomancer. I had scaled warriors with, I forget what my sub theme was, but I had like another sub thing in there. It might have been primordial, and it worked really well. But the first thing you'll notice right off the bat, Razor, guys. Razor and Venomancer tier 1 heroes. So that's one of the biggest changes, is that they changed up which units are considered which tier. And I love it. What it offers is a lot more diversity in the early game. They've changed up item selection. They've changed so much. So obviously I think Razor was a tier 3 before. Probably the same with Venomancer as well. Awesome. We'll get another Venomancer here, and I think we'll take a Warlock. Just right off the bat. Get that new Warlock synergy. And you can take a second to read this, but it's basically whenever we cast a spell with our Warlocks, they form a link with the ally who has the lowest health for 3 seconds. When either linked hero deals damage, both units are healed for 50% of the damage dealt. So it's very strong, and it's not hard to get Warlocks anymore. Would love to pick up the Shadow Shaman, because we could do a repeat of my Troll Warlock build. And I was really in control of that game pretty much the entire time. I love this Forged in Battle. I think I'm just going to take the HP to put on Warlock. Oh, that's what it was. I had Brawny. Brawny was my sub-theme. Or one of my sub-themes. That's just like a gift. And I guess we can take a Tusk. We'll take 2 Tusks. That's fine. That's going to give us Savage. So 10% attack damage. Also might have been nice to give the Vitality booster to Tusk. But Brawny, and I had that quest I just pointed out where every kill you get gives you plus 50 HP. And by the end of the game, I think I had a Juggernaut and a Beastmaster that had like 4,000 HP apiece, and they were only level 2. So they were ridiculous tanks. Especially Juggernaut, who can go magic immune. So he would just live and do damage. It's really awesome. I think that's probably an underestimated item choice. These are all okay. I mean, take some Tranquil Boots. Give Tusk a little bit of HP regen. So right now we're rocking Savage Warlock. We get an opportunity to either go into like Axe for Warrior or Enchantress. We could also just take all of them and just see where it goes. So a level 2 Venomancer, he summons his Plague Wards. It's level 3 Venomancer that you really want. I had this be absolutely absurd against me in that game that I last played, where a guy had Crystal Maidens doing tons and tons of mana regen, and I think the cooldown on this is pretty low, 6 seconds. So he had his Venomancer, his level 3 Venomancer, dropping 3 wards a turn, or every 6 seconds, 7 seconds I guess. And it was just unbelievable. He might have had an item as well, something with cooldown reduction, because he was just filling up the entire board with these level 3 Plague Wards. And it was really hard to beat him. If I didn't have a lot of AoE clear, I had a level 2 Razor and a couple other dudes that Beastmasters, Axes, things like that. If I didn't have as much AoE as I did, I would have had a really, really hard time beating him. Just thought that was a cool strat and worth sharing. So man, now we can go for the Trolls, or we can go for the Warriors. Or Ogre Magi, honestly, if we're going to keep using that strat. But I kind of just want to do this. Let's get that Brawny buff. Do something like that. So Brawny, both of these guys have 200 extra HP, which is nice. Axe doesn't do the most damage, but he had a huge HP pool. And we might not be able to kill these guys. They're getting a lot of regen off of that Inventor. And Anti-Mage was wrecking our mana, so we weren't able to use any of our abilities. Yeah, that's rough. So Pro Beef got me. And I like putting regen on Juggernaut, because with his big HP pool and his magic immunity, he can often regen pretty well. Wow. Okay, I mean, Druids is a thing. It's not exactly what I would like to go for right now. I might just pass. Just throw in the Tusk, because the Tusk gives us Warrior plus Savage. And I honestly think, as strong as this is, I'm just going to pass. I'm just going to ignore Druids this game. Hopefully that's not a mistake. Double Chaos Knight, level 1 is very strong if you've got to do it. But, I mean, look at this. We've got Warriors get 10 armor. We've got the Warlock buff. You see that, like, purple life link there? Brawny and Savage. So that's a lot of great buffs working together at level 1 for us only being on round 6. The last few times I've tried to make Druid work in this patch, I've had trouble. Get that level 2 axe, that's great. And now we would have gotten Treant Protector, that makes me feel kind of bad. We would have had 3 of them. I think I'll take Slardar here. Just another warrior. Scaled is a buff that I like a lot. Just having 30% magic resistance on your whole team for only having 2 scaled units, it's not that hard to do. The last build I keep mentioning, I think I ended up with, I said I had 4 of them. I had Tidehunter and Medusa being the kind of most expensive ones. But Slark was the other. And Slark with a, I think I had a Daedalus on him, was doing a lot of work. He's a pretty deadly hero if he's not dealt with at the beginning of the battle. He just jumps around and gets you. Let's see what we get, guys. If we're not getting what we want, we can just pass. And try and start stacking our money. Another big change, so we're coming up to round 10 very soon. The neutral creeps are so much harder to kill now than they ever were before. Let's do something like this. We want Axe out on the corner. They have special abilities now, and the first time I played after the patch, I learned it the hard way. Ooh, he's got the troll buff. That's going to make someone like Phantom Assassin really scary. We may want to back up our formation a little bit into the corner. But yeah, like I said, I learned it the hard way. I died to like almost every neutral creep. Once I got to the bears killed me. Then I think the bears come first. But the Thunder Hides wrecked me. The big Triceratops, they have like a Bloodlust effect now. And they have the Warlock lifelink. Yeah, I got absolutely trashed. Yeah, guys. I mean, I see a lot of stuff I want. Omni Knight strong, Viper strong. Beastmaster, of course, has Brawny. He's a really good early game guy. We may want to give up on the troll idea. I thought the troll idea works great because one of the main easiest to get trolls is Witch Doctor. And Witch Doctor is also a Warlock. So if we're trying to put together a Warlock build, you know, it's kind of a natural transition into a troll build as well. And then you've got tons of life gain, you've got life drain. Necrophos is a good one. I would be happy also to get like a Goblin Warlock. Is that his name? No, Alchemist. Alchemist is the one I'm thinking of. He's a good Warlock. And like I said, Necrophos. Those are kind of the higher tier ones. We also want to get Shadow Fiend. He's pretty crucial too. He gives you that AoE magic damage. So we're sacrificing some of our early game now to try and stack gold. And I think that's the right play. Lycan is someone that our build really needs. I'm going to sell Slorar to level here and give us this Lycan. And we're going to put the HP on Lycan because he gets bonuses to his wolves based on HP. I just want to ensure that we're able to beat these golems. And I think if we have a Lycan on our squad with the warrior bonus, he's going to also have the savage bonus. And if we ever get any more humans, he'll give us that one as well. Any character that can give you 3 of these is nice. And he's also great. I mean, he adds summons. So we'll have wolves, we'll have plague wards, and who knows what else by the time we're done putting our team together. I see Tiny, but I don't think we really necessarily need him. Blade Mail is pretty good on an axe, especially a high level axe. It's going to reflect damage back at the attackers, 30%. And because he does a... Wow, and then we get the Witch Doctor kind of late. Because he does a taunt, he forces people to attack him. And a Sand King would give us pretty easy savage there. So we've got 2 level 1 trolls. I don't know if that's better than anything else we have right now. Tusk, perhaps. Not sure who we would take out. I think we could take out Tusk for Witch Doctor or Sand King, since it wouldn't mess up either our Savage or our Warrior. And I think Sand King's probably just a stronger hero. Yeah, but we're getting pretty well beat up by this really strong Druid build. Druid plus Primordial with a Tuskar tank. Do something like this. Also, I found in this iteration of the patch that saving gold is not nearly as important as the others. Both the games that I won, I almost didn't save gold at all. I don't think I ever made it past like 40. Just got to level 10 as quick as possible, and then just spent my gold on whatever I wanted. So here we have real choices. I want that Alchemist, and I want this Lycan as well. I'm going to buy him. I just need to think for a second. I don't really want to go that hard into the warrior strategy. Let's do something like this. I think there's potential for the Sand King. And I see other people are cutting us on Tuskars anyway. And I see a lot of people are also cutting us on Trolls. So we need to be careful about what we build. We've also still got a level 1 Warlock in here. Not the best. Okay, I'm happy to at least see one of those. We're at 30 gold. We're not going to mess up our interest. We're getting 3 interest next turn worth of gold. And even if we're nearing the bottom of the life totals are just like a resource in Magic the Gathering, right? It doesn't become relevant until you're at 0. So we've lost once against this opponent. See if we can turn that around. So what Alchemist does is spray acid on the ground that does damage per second and reduces armor. But he's getting drained by Animage, so he won't even be able to cast it. But he's pretty tanky at 1000 HP. And as a Warlock, he's sharing life right now with someone else. And these Plague Wards are probably doing most of the damage. Look at Venomancer's damage. If he's just allowed to sit back here and do this every battle, he's going to run away with it for us. And look how much, you see this purple line here? That's all damage from the Thorn Mail on Axe. We don't want any of this. We're going to have to level before the next creep round to make sure that we can win it. What I would like to see right now, Shadow Shaman. I would love to see another Warlock. Another Venomancer would be okay. We could probably just put 2 in. And another Lycan would also be great. But we've got a lot of upgrading to do. And this person's also cutting us on Warlocks. I see here he's got a Shadow Fiend. We can look at how much damage that just did. 1600 or so. But we're allowed to use our wards. And our wards are going to help us to take over the game. Level 2 Venomancer, guys. Real strong. I just wish we weren't being cut so hard in every direction. Getting a fast level 3 is one of the strongest things you can do in this game. And we ended up getting 4 interest because we got 1 extra gold. And that put us over the edge. So let's spend. Go down to 35. And I think we're just going to put in a Sand King to try and help us stun. And I think it's okay to re-roll here, and I'm happy we did now. That's going to free us some space on our board and let us level this Lycan. Now I feel much more comfortable about our fight with the Wolves. Having a level 2 Lycan with the Vitality booster. That's some pretty strong summons that he makes. Venomancer is going to go down quickly because they jump behind you. And we can see if Sand King contributes. I mean, when you get a good Sand King attack, it feels amazing. He does a burrowing attack. It's kind of like a straight line. It does damage and stuns. And it applies Caustic Finale to everyone. And when they die, they explode and deal damage to the enemies around them. So you can get really lucky and have some kind of catastrophic attacks with Sand King. We don't have dragons or shamans, so we're going to be forced to take this kind of mediocre item. We should definitely have something like this. Bit weird. My formation was a bit weird. Yeah, I don't even know if it's worth taking too many trolls at this point if we're not willing to build a Bat Rider. We can take him and then roll again. There's a druid we don't need. Man, level 2 PA here. Gotta kill that guy before he just keeps healing off of every kill. Bloodseeker. If you just nuke him right at the beginning or don't let him get a kill, he just starves and dies. Guys are on a good streak. And we're not doing that bad. We're a little bit unorthodox right now, looking for our home. Okay, there's a Juggernaut. Tempting to roll here and see what we get. Nothing. As long as we stay above 40, I'm happy. We need more level 2s. At this point, I'd almost expect for us to have level 2 everything. Except for maybe one rarer character like Alchemist. Yeah, because we're even seeing like a level 3 on this side of the board. Granted, he is a Druid, and Druids get that kind of bonus. But even still, I mean, it's hard to deal with a level 3 anything at this point in the game. Now we've got Bounty Hunter back here messing with our Venomancer. If we're going to lose here, at least let it be that we lose, we don't lose a ton of life. But, I mean, they beat us pretty handily. These Lesser Treants have 800 HP. They're extremely tanky. And if any of your units focus them instead of a hero, you'll find it incredibly difficult to defend against them. How does our economy compare to other people's? There's a few people who are econing right now. Some of them are near the bottom of the pack, though. Happy to see that. We may want to just give up on the trolls completely. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's not happening. Could consider taking someone like Arc Warden. Not Arc Warden. Sorry guys, I was looking dead at Dragonite. Someone like Dragonite has a lot of potential. He basically only will get the human buff from us. But I don't think I've seen any on the battlefield yet. This guy's got knights. He's probably looking to get them. That cask bounce. Let's get some more. Come on. Oh, I need all the wards I can get. Thank goodness. Okay. And Motown finally lost his win streak. Yeah, so our build is kind of weird. I would love to get a strong Warlock in here and get at least the level 2 Warlock build going. But I'm not feeling all that inspired by anything. I'm just going to try and get us to level again, because we're going to once again want to get up another level before the next round. And I'm honestly not that confident we can beat the round 20 creeps with what we currently have. I just don't think we have enough damage. And this Dragonite's not really who I want, but if I need to stick in, an 8th character, he's probably our best bet. Just a standalone level 1 guy with 1000 HP who can breathe fire and turn into a dragon that poisons. It's not bad. Look at the damage here. Axe's items doing more damage than almost anything else. Lycan did pretty well. Yeah, I think the word is out on the Warlock build. See what we get. A Juggernaut right now would be a godsend. That would increase our power level a good bit. Not sure what else would really help. Necrophos would be great. I would probably put in a Necrophos over a Dragonite. Yeah, it's the bears now. And they hit hard. Wow. The game just like gives us a level 2 Quap.
I will dark ritual.
Sucks that we were one off there. But I think a level 2 Quap is probably strong enough Let's make sure we get that 4 interest. And she's a demon. She's our only demon, so she's going to get the demon bonus. And we have 2 assassins. I mean, Sand King plus Quap. And luckily for us, we were able to do, I think, enough damage here. But they hit super hard now. And we didn't have to completely ruin our economy to get into the safe position. Some of these other guys can stay at 6 and 7 heroes on the battlefield because their heroes are very well leveled. Or just very strong and synergistic. Mine are not, I feel like. And this is kind of what we've been missing here are these good passives. So, allied units, 1 cell away from Warlocks, heal for 35% of the damage caused by abilities and items. Ooh, just a plain Lich, huh? We have no synergy with this Lich at all. Damn, that feels weird. Do something like that. Something like that. And I meant to continue moving my Warlocks around to make sure that we had Warlocks spaced amongst our allies better. That way, whenever they do damage, we would get a lot more healing. But that's what we needed. And look at Juggernaut not doing anything. He's completely walled out by my own team. How weird is that? And what Lich does is Chain Frost. So if you've ever seen Dota, you should be pretty familiar with this. Releases an orb of frost that bounces between nearby enemy units up to 6 times, slowing their attack and movement speed by 65% for 2.5 seconds, and dealing 200 damage each time it hits. Has a 10-second cooldown. If you can get him to level 2, getting him to level 3 is a pipe dream, it'll never happen. But getting him to level 2 would be amazing. And there's that late as hell Shadow Fiend, which we're going to sell that because it's just what we want. And that'll give us a little bit more spending money. Disruptor and Necrophos now. It's so late for them. Disruptor's pretty cool because he has Brawny as well, so he'll get that 200 bonus HP. And we bought that after the round engaged so we could get the interest. And Lich never got to cast anything because Slark went right for him. And I think we're going to get wrecked here by Motown. Yeah, and we did. Well, if we don't lose too much HP soon, that was horrible. We lost 27. Let's back up. Whoop. Whoop. We'll get it right. Don't worry. Get that Shadow Fiend. We lost so much that it's time to start consider like rolling. We'd love to pick up the Warlock, we just don't have the room. Lycan, kind of the same thing. Yeah, it's rough. Kunkka would be a nice pickup as well. But we're looking for an Alchemist. We're looking for a Shadow Fiend. Chain Frost manages to go off this time for us. Did some decent damage. But we're getting whipped. We're still in it though. I don't think we're going to lose 25. Okay. Now it's spend. It's spend time or lose. One more harsh loss like that and we're just out of the game. We could also drop a ton just to throw someone like Necrophos in. That's something. Okay. Let's get Necrophos in there. That's going to give us the undead benefit, which is minus armor to everyone. That's someone else we needed, but that's it. That's all we've got. We had to splurge right at the end or else we really risk losing. We could put... Yeah, we might have wanted to do that. We could have put in Disruptor and gotten the full 6 Warlocks in over the Lich. Instead of that, we're getting minus 5 armor on all enemies, which doesn't really matter because I think most of our damage is magic. But hey, we fought the guy in first place and we beat him this time. It just took all of our gold to do it. Like I said, guys, I've won several games against people who were econing and I didn't econ at all. I don't think it's quite as important this time. We can check to see who did the damage. Lich isn't, at this moment, really pulling his weight. I think this is more valuable. I don't know if we quite need to sell Lich. But we can get a Disruptor here. He's going to get 200 HP, so he'll be at 900. And our items suck, guys. They really do. And let's see if we can survive these things. They have Mega Elusive. We're not doing like any damage to them. Come on. Mega Elusive, and they do this like little tornado attack, which does a ton of damage. Wow, we haven't even killed this one yet. We've got to kill one of them. Otherwise, we absolutely will die. Damn. 75% evasion. You see every time it says evade? Yeah. That's what I'm saying, y'all. We just didn't have the damage to beat them. We're not going to lose any health, but it still doesn't feel very good. And this late game is useless. So we'll take the mechanism as another form of healing. We'll put it here in the center. It's allied units up to 3 cells away for 250 health once per battle. Another Disruptor. Let's get rid of this Lich. Put a point into our level. I actually didn't mean to click that. I meant to click this, but whatever. It wasn't like a wasted... It's just we might not live long enough to get to level 10. So we need to stabilize by getting stronger heroes. Level 2 Disruptor, level 2 Necrophos. And we still don't even have a level 2 Juggernaut at this point. We're still using a level 1 Juggernaut. Which is probably a mistake. We probably could have put in Lich over this Juggernaut. No, I mean, he does give us Warrior. We just don't need him for Brawny anymore. Alright, that was pretty convincing. But Motown is still on a hot streak. You know, we're the only one at level 9 right now. That's probably the only thing keeping us in the game. Ooh, this guy's pretty close to done for. Fortunately for me, he's not cutting me on anything. So if he goes, it's not like those units go back into the pool and benefit me. That's just not the case. Pudge would make a nice 10th hero, just as a fat tank. He'd have 10 extra armor, and he would cause the enemies to lose 5 armor. Trying to think of who would be our best 10th hero. I don't know. Lich might have been a pretty good one, but I did sell him. Kind of regret that a little bit. But it may have been necessary at the time. Can we beat Blatty? Doom went off on our Disruptor and kept him from casting. A second time anyway. I think he got his first cast off. So there goes Null Loop. Null Loop, yeah. Just us four here. Hopefully we can hold on for dear life. Motown's sitting pretty with a nice economy though. Queen dropped below us. So slowly but steadily we've worked our way from like last or second to last all the way back up. And he decided to level up to 9 right now. He's got a level 3 tiny with an Octarine essence, so he'll be throwing people left and right. It's pretty hard for him to get mana unless he's in the front. And a Vanguard is a great item on a Lycan. Oh, we're fighting him now. Cross your fingers, guys. We could very easily be out here. Or we could wreck him. Don't know. That Slaughter has just been in the back line destroying us. Slark, rather. That's who I meant. 5,500. What item does he have? A Skull Basher. And that might be it. I think we're out. It was a fun game, though. It didn't quite come together. We were getting cut pretty hard on Warlocks and on Trolls. And by the time we ditched out of Trolls, I don't know, it was too late. Everything else just felt really crowded. Our only other option I felt like was to go early Druids. But ultimately I saw other people in Druids kind of crowding that area too. So I'm not sure what else we could have done exactly. And as long as I don't lose any rank, I'm pretty happy. And we finished Lifesteal. We stole 4,000 life. Let's claim that. And boom. I get my new, whatever you call this, my new board. And we can go ahead and go into, I think it's here. Okay, and you come into here and we can equip it. So next time I play, I'll have a new board. I like that. Keeping it fresh. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video and watching me try and succeed. I'll probably end up stop recording right now. I'll play one more game just for fun. I'll dominate and then I'll tell you about it later. And none of you will believe me, but that's okay. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. And as always, y'all, I will see you in the next one. Take care.